Imagine standing in a clearing, 50,000 years before Christ. No phones, no Netflix, no modern thoughts running through your head. Just you, your tribe, and a small fire crackling in the dark. Now imagine one of your ancestors staring into that fire, watching smoke curl into the night sky, and wondering something strange. Could I breathe that in, on purpose? That single question may be older than civilization itself. Because, here's something most people never realize, the history of smoking has nothing to do with tobacco fields, farming, or European trade ships. It's written into the human brain, into our DNA. Long before humans built the first city, they had already discovered fire, smoke, and the strange feeling it could create. Let's go back to the very beginning. Nearly 1 million years ago, in a place called Wonderwerk Cave in South Africa, archaeologists found the earliest known evidence of controlled fire, made by an ancient human relative called Homo erectus. Fire changed everything. It gave warmth, it gave protection, it gave cooked food. But it may have given something else too. Early humans didn't just burn wood, they burned whatever plants were nearby, leaves, roots, wild herbs. And some of those plants contained natural psychoactive chemicals. When those plants burned, their smoke mixed with ordinary fire smoke. And when early humans breathed it in, by accident, something shifted. A strange, pleasant feeling, a lightness in the head, a change in mood. Here's the incredible part. The human brain was already built for this moment. Deep inside us is something called the endocannabinoid system, a network of receptors that respond directly to certain psychoactive compounds. It didn't appear because of smoking, it was already there, waiting. So when ancient humans first breathed in that unexpected smoke, their brains were already prepared to accept it. This wasn't a discovery, it was an accident that fit perfectly into biology already in place. Now let's fast forward to real archaeological proof. In the Pamir Mountains, in graves dating back roughly 2,500 years, scientists found burnt cannabis seeds resting on heated stones, sealed inside ancient burial containers. Clear, deliberate evidence that ancient humans were inhaling cannabis smoke intentionally. Around the same time, the Greek historian Herodotus wrote about the Scythians, a nomadic people who would sit inside small tents, throw hemp seeds onto red-hot stones, and breathe in the rising smoke. Herodotus described them literally howling with joy. This wasn't random, it was ritual. It was already part of human culture, thousands of years ago. But smoking wasn't just about cannabis. Something else was coming. In 1492, when Christopher Columbus reached the Americas, he witnessed something Europeans had never seen before. Indigenous people rolling dried leaves, lighting them, and breathing in the smoke. Tobacco. But here's what most people get wrong. For Indigenous American cultures, tobacco wasn't recreational. It wasn't a habit, it was sacred. Tobacco smoke was used in spiritual ceremonies, believed to carry prayers upward, connecting people to spirits, ancestors, and the divine. Shamans used it in healing rituals, treating it as something powerful and holy. And tobacco itself turned out to be far older than anyone expected. In 2019, archaeologists in the Utah desert discovered burnt wild tobacco seeds dating back 12,000 years, making it the oldest known evidence of tobacco use on Earth, long before agriculture, long before farming ever began. So why did humans keep returning to smoke, generation after generation, across completely different continents and cultures? Scientists have a theory. They call it the intoxication hypothesis. Just like hunger, thirst, and the drive to reproduce, some researchers believe altering consciousness might be a basic biological drive, built into many species, not just humans. Elephants seek out fermented fruit. Certain animals deliberately eat mushrooms known to alter their mood. Maybe the desire to shift your state of mind isn't a modern weakness. Maybe it's ancient. Maybe it's built into life itself. Smoke wasn't only used to feel good, it was also used to heal. In ancient Egypt, a medical text called the Ebers Papyrus, dating back to 1550 BC, described using herbal smoke to treat lung and throat conditions. In India, ancient Ayurvedic medicine described a practice called Dhumapana, literally smoke drinking, used as a form of respiratory treatment nearly 3,000 years ago. Smoke wasn't just spiritual, it was medicine. And there's one more layer to this story, one that's easy to overlook. Smoking brought people together. Around a shared fire, breathing the same smoke, ancient communities built trust. Shared rituals created social bonds. In many ways, early smoking practices functioned as a kind of social technology, binding tribes and communities closer together. But somewhere along the way, that sacred, communal history changed dramatically. When Europeans encountered tobacco, they didn't preserve its spiritual meaning. They industrialized it. By the 20th century, what had once been a sacred ritual became a mass-produced consumer product, stripped of meaning, loaded with addictive nicotine, and linked to widespread disease and death. A practice that once connected humans to spirit and community became one of the most dangerous habits in modern history. So the next time you see smoke rising from a fire, remember, this isn't new. It isn't modern. It isn't just chemistry and addiction. It's one of the oldest relationships humans have ever had, with fire, with smoke, and with breath itself. A connection that stretches back nearly 1 million years, quietly still with us today.